What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. More news is pouring in about a sad story that I covered last Saturday and yesterday, as a matter of fact, concerning this little boy right here who you guys don't know. This cute little boy that you see up here, his name is Elijah Hearn. He was age 6. This little boy had autism. This little boy was described as loving and very playful. And this little boy, ladies and gentlemen, is dead. Now, this is the story I'm talking about. He's been identified. This is the little boy that I said was found between two dumpsters, battered and beaten to death by this man right here, who they arrested yesterday out of Panama City, Los Angeles, where the story comes from, the neighborhood of Panama City. Shout out. And I showed you the videos. I showed you how the community came out and protested, saying they want justice, as this guy right here, whose name is Malik Gaddis, 20 years old, was taken away and charged with the murder of little Elijah. Yesterday, I think I mentioned he was the father, because one of the news stories I said that they think he was the father. Come to find out, he's not. He's just a boyfriend of the mother, who also suffers from some type of mental disability, which they'll explain to you. This guy is not even kin to this little boy, yet he came in and did all kind of things to this child. I want you guys to take a look at this story of what they're talking about now, and I'll come back with commentary. Check it out.
A 20-year-old man behind bars tonight. He's accused of murder in the death of a 5-year-old boy named Elijah.
Yeah, that child's badly beaten body was found over the weekend near a trash dumpster in the Panorama City parking lot. Rachel Menitoff is live in Panorama City tonight, where family and friends are speaking out about the tragedy and the man accused of taking Elijah's life. Rachel.
Rick, Sandy, many have been coming by this growing memorial, people who don't necessarily know the victim himself, but who are distraught over the senseless killing of this child. As you said, one person is in custody tonight, and we're learning the disturbing details about the serious injuries and the alleged abuse this little boy sustained.
So angry.
A grieving grandfather mourning the cruel and untimely death of his grandson, who he identifies as 5-year-old Elijah Hearn. Troy Hearn Sr. says Elijah was autistic, but that didn't slow him down one bit. He learned today that the loving and playful little boy was killed. Police say a homeless man found the boy's badly beaten body in this parking lot off of Van Nuys Boulevard.
I don't know how he found them or what happened. All I know is I'm just getting this phone call saying that he's gone, and it's very hard for me right now.
LAPD detectives served 2 search warrants Tuesday night, including at this Panorama City apartment complex, which is right across the street from where Elijah's body was found. The second location was in Hollywood. 5 people in total were detained, including 20-year-old Bryson Gaddis, who was charged with murder and domestic violence. The child's mother was taken into custody but later released, along with 2 other people. Her father tells KTLA that Gaddis was an ex-boyfriend who was previously violent toward his daughter and grandson, and he had been trying to intervene and take over care of the child.
I'm glad that the guy's in custody, because he was a threat to our family.
Daniel Garcia says he lives in Gaddis's apartment complex and recalls what he describes as aggressive behavior.
He would talk to him and like cuss at him, you know what I mean? Like cuss at his little boy. There's been numerous people that also observe, you know, what happened, the situation. And I'm just surprised that it let it go this far.
Family friend Deanna Barnett says she wants justice for Elijah and accuses his mother of failing to protect her son from a dangerous living situation.
No child should have ever gone through what Elijah went through.
And Elijah's grandfather says his daughter is bipolar and is currently seeking psychiatric treatment. As for Gaddis, he is currently in custody on a $2 million bond, and he has an extensive criminal record. That's the very latest tonight in Panorama City. I'm Rachel Menitoff. Rick, Sandy, back to you.
All right, Rachel, we'll see you at 11. Thank you.
All right, guys, that's the story of little Elijah Hearn. 6 years old, no longer here. Because he was a victim of his mother dating a demon. Now they saying he was an ex-boyfriend. Was he an ex before he beat the hell out of this child? Now this little boy was autistic. You heard him say it. So he had enough to deal with coming in, with the mountain that he had to climb in his life as far as his growth and development. When I was younger guys, and a lot of you guys can relate to this. Every time I had a child, I was very protective of said child. This is a part of something I created. So when I seen that, I saw myself as if I was going back in time and seeing myself as a baby. So I was protective of that. I wouldn't do anything to that child that I wouldn't have done to me. But you don't see that nowadays. I was careful who my children were around, and still are now. I'm very careful. Why? Because it's my responsibility, especially as a father, to make sure my children are safe. One of the hardest things for a parent to do when they're parenting correctly and under the right guise of the reasoning for having said child is it's hard to let go. Nowadays, you don't see that. You'll see a guy come in and start just doing all kind of crazy stuff to kids. And they'll test to see if the mother says something. I'm going to tell a lot of you ladies out there. I'm being honest with you. And I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, but it is what it is. There are a lot of women out here nowadays, not all, but a lot of women nowadays that have children and meet these violent guys. A lot of them don't even wear masks no more. It might be some craziness about them that they like, and they bring them around their kids. That guy's not going to change who he is, because that goofy shit that he's composed of is something in you that's attracted to that, and he knows it. And next thing you know, you move these guys in your house or get them free range in your house, and they move on you and your children. Said the guy has a history of violence. 20 years old. And you beat a 6-year-old autistic boy to death. What should happen to you? Not life in prison, because you get to live. With this child's last time on earth touching soil was him battered, bloodied, and bruised between two dumpsters being found by a homeless man while you slept in your bed that morning. You slept after doing that. That shows you something, the mentality of a lot of people out here. A guy coming into a new environment with a new child that's not his, has no ethereal ties to it or bond to where he feels as though if he leaves you, he ain't worrying about that kid, or he don't care about the kid at all. Because the kid was there before him. And when he comes in there to try to take over or do whatever it is he does, he gonna do that with your kid too. And a lot of women allow that. Another thing is, with guys like this, they don't just openly jump up and just start attacking kids most of the time. There are little things that build up to that, and they'll do little things to the kid to look at your reaction, and if you don't say nothing, it gets worse and worse. A lot of times, these guys get a pathway to the child because the mother never puts herself in front of the kid first. Wait a minute, you're not going to do nothing like that to my child. Or say, hey, you know what? This relationship with you, it might be good for me, or I might want it, but it might be toxic to my children. You got to remember, a little kid sees somebody that you love or like differently than you do, and it's a totally different relationship. He's attached to you, the child. He has to be around this guy whether he wants to or not, because you're enthralled with this piece of shit. They said the woman's bipolar. She had some type of mental illness, yet this guy was still running with her. I'm more than sure he seen she was off, or he might have been off too. Either way, I'd hold her responsible too. Said it was other children in the house, so obviously he must have some type of siblings. Can you imagine one day your sibling's here and then he's gone, he never comes back, and they live their lives like he never existed? You walked a couple of blocks over with a baby and dropped them off in the trash and then went back over there. They arrested the mom and the guy. After the kid is dead, she's still with him. Didn't say, hey, I got to tell the authorities. I don't want to get caught up in something. Or I don't even know. Hell, she might have been there when he got pound caked. You beat a human being to death that was a child. And you're a grown man. And you felt good enough about that you wouldn't get caught, that you took that dead body of a child and dropped it off in the trash, near the trash, leaving your mess for somebody else to find and clean up. This is the problem I got with this type of shit. People don't care no more. Don't care about each other. Men don't care about kids. Hell, as a man, I see other children. If I was in a relationship, I'd take care of the child like I take care of the woman, because the child needs to be protected. At least if I'm the male in that child's life, it's my responsibility, if I take on that job of being with this girl, to protect this child like he's my own. Why? Because he would be in the same household as me. Who am I to say if I can't defend and protect the child, whether it's mine or not? Nobody has any type of morals no more. Nobody has any type of sense of instinctual, just looking out for people. And it's messed up out here. What kind of world do we live in where somebody can beat a child to death, number one, know they killed them, then take the child again and go and drop it off somewhere, and then walk off and go back to the mother of the child that I killed, not of my own loins, and act like nothing gonna happen? And if somebody hadn't spoke up and said something, they would have never knew where Elijah was. Sad. May you rest in peace. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Nowadays, there are people that have responsibility of taking care of others, and they erasing them just like pages, pencil, ink off a page. They're erasing them right off the planet. Or they're taking the whole history of somebody, balling it up and throwing it in the trash or near a dumpster like this fucktard did. Unexcusable. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.